experience
You see
this
the
compact
videos,
and
I
very
think,
international
photo I
city
was
and from the unique perspective of its waterways. There certainly are a lot of them. This city has over 100 kilometers of canal.
Yeah, but it's better than before.
Amsterdam is known for being friendly,
Before you have
open-minded,
more
and
bad
progressive.
quality.
It's a popular place to visit
2
and do
megapixels.
business.
In the sun you
Just
don't see
think,
because
in a
the sun
population
Shown especially bright, like gold. This golden age was an extraordinary
Like
time.
tourist.
Politics, art, and business all reached new
Like
levels
tourist.
of sophistication.
Oh look, but the
Dutch shipbuilders revolutionized sailing. Amsterdam boasted a thriving stock exchange, and painters like Rembrandt.
Here is somewhere one people with one house, you should pay like 200 or 300 euro a month. You have this house from the beginning. One of these hotels, I think this one, they try to put a lot of money for her, so she can go. They know she don't want to go, she wants to stay here, she would stay in one of these places.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it's still, you know, because it was already a time ago when I heard about the story. Because it was on the news.
Yeah.
It was not one story or something, no, it was really on the news. What is it? Where are they going? Huh? That is the bicycle garage.
Yeah.
Mooi, Poppy.
Central Station, the transportation hub of Amsterdam, is built on 3 artificial islands and is supported by around 8,600 wooden piles. The building was designed by 2 architects, Kuipers and Van Gennep, and its front is really quite amazing. Made of red brick and white accents, it's a combination of Neo-Renaissance style and Neo-Gothic towers, and is called eclectical architecture.
Food. They have food and they have Canal cruises.
Dit is een boot. Jouw
Yeah,
boot.
grow boat.
Grote bootje.
Veel boot.
You like it?
I liked always sitting on the boat. Before, when we were younger, we always go on the slaughterhouse with the boat of my friend Dennis. We go to the slaughterhouse, we go swimming, we go to the islands to go there to barbecue and this kind of stuff. It was very nice. On the water you are
If you like.
if you fly. We go to the big one. We go to the center, behind the water behind the central station.
Oh yeah.
I think. He said that
This is Central Station.
yeah. He said that one is one of his favorite routes. Film de whole trip.
The Amsterdam harbor activities were moved to the western part of the city. But you'll still see a variety of water traffic, including barges, riverboats, and cruise ships. Riverboats are often docked in the harbor. These long, flat tourist boats sail to the east, the Rhine River in Germany. You can also frequently see huge cruise ships in Amsterdam's harbor. They come from all over the world, entering the harbor through the North Sea Canal.
So on the top of the building at the other side of the eye, you see the highest swing in Europe, about 200 meters
The
high.
Eye Film Museum is located in North Amsterdam, a city suburb. It's the white building with the unique architecture. North Amsterdam, as well as other areas around the A, are being developed rapidly with a modern flair. You'll find many interesting buildings popping up as Amsterdam continues to grow.
There we made a couple pictures, right? In the garage or something, I think, for excellence.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
District Attorney's Office and the Higher Court for Appeals. There's
Stuff
also
put in the
a
boat.
series of prison cells tucked away in the basement of the building.
This is one for the oleo. They put
So all the
oleo.
prisons in the world, these prison cells by far have the best view.
Houseboat, Papa.
Ja,
Yeah,
Houseboat.
this house.
kunnen de mensen in wonen.
Wel house.
Het is een woonboot.
Yeah.
The autos is open.
The Western Islands offer a quieter look at the transformation of an area that was once primarily shipyards. The old red-shuttered warehouses are now swanky lofts, thanks to a flurry of artists who moved in at the right time and found themselves in the role of neighborhood pioneers. The narrow streets and wooden drawbridges will charm you.
We have here what's called an air bubble barrier. It makes sure that all the plastic from the canals is being collected here and is being caught in a big basket there in the corner and being assembled to make sure it doesn't drift off towards the ocean. This is a project of the University of Amsterdam.
For 60 minutes, 1 hour. 1 hour around.
Along this canal brings the festivities to a magical close, as everyone, including the
It's a trip for 1 hour.
Huh?
It's a trip for 1 hour.
In winter, the Amsterdam Light Festival sets the canals and streets aglow with spectacular light sculptures.
And then, when spring arrives, the city breaks out into its craziest street party of all on King's Day. This Dutch national holiday pays tribute to the Dutch royal family.
Houseboat.
Zo'n woonboot. Dat is een woonboot, hè?
We're continuing on the Prinsen Drive, west of the city center. Looking for something else authentically Amsterdam? Pay a visit to the Jordaan, a lively and well-known neighborhood not far from here, just west of the Prinsen Drive. In the early 17th century, this neighborhood sprang up outside the city wall to house the growing population of poor laborers and immigrants who served the city's welfare. Through the 19th century, the Jordaan continued to be a district for the industrial working class, known for its outspoken inhabitants, romantic flavors, and community spirit. Today, it's become one of Amsterdam's most popular residential districts. crafts, and trade people still live here, along with students and artists, and most recently, an influx of well-to-do young professionals.
The Jordaan has many charms. A bustling marketplace dates back to the Golden Age. On Saturdays, it's a farmer's market, packed with fresh organic vegetables, meat, and other good things to eat. On Mondays, it converts to a flea market, with antiques, art, clothes, and many other treasures waiting to be discovered.
The market is held in a square outside an order. This octagonally shaped church was built in the 1620s to serve the poor, while the rich attended vestibule on the other side of the Prinsen Road. Both churches were designed by Dutch architect Hendrik de Keyser. The lines in the pavement outside the northern mark an old
The
cemetery.
people, if Amsterdam go down in the...
Ik denk Rotterdam.
Es que este es no boat, este es como nuestro barco.
So a lot of sun.
I said to you, you want to see it. They make him new, you see.
We're approaching the Anne Frank house, where Anne Frank, a young Jewish girl, and her family hid in a secret apartment for 2 years during the Nazi reign. Anne kept an eloquent diary that brought her story, her private thoughts, and the hardships she faced to the world. In this way, she's become a symbol of the Holocaust. In her diary, she mentions the tolling of the bell of the Westerkerk, or Western Church.
The church was built in the 17th century and is the largest Protestant church of the Netherlands. Hendrik de Keyser, the city's architect, designed it in Dutch Renaissance style. He died before the tower, which was made of stone and brick, was finished. The tower proved to be too heavy for the supports it was built on, which were thought to be of second-hand wood, and it started to leak.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. See up there.
Whose skins were tanned, and these were used to make shoes, saddles, and many other items. Today, you get to experience something very different. The streets are now lined with cute little shops and fancy restaurants, and the air is fresh.
The city took action. It passed a law requiring that all newly constructed buildings have facades made of non-flammable brick or stone.
Yeah. Like a it's very good.
Take this side. This side also. Hmm.
Is it on there, yeah? Yes, okay.
We're now on the Canal, a connector canal which cuts across the three main canals. Until the 18th century, house numbers didn't exist in Amsterdam. Instead, people relied on gable stones. These carved and sometimes colorfully painted stones were set into a house's facade, often above the door. Pictures made reference to the occupant's religion, profession, or their family crest. For example, a butcher might have a picture of a lamb, a dentist might have a tooth, a miller a window.
As we run
Ah, I
along the
never
canal,
noticed.
keep an eye out
Sometimes
for
you have,
table
if you're walking
There are
in
more
these
than
places, you see above the, above like that,
As you find them,
you see above the
you
door
can
you have
challenge
one
yourself by guessing
emblem,
what they might
like
be.
a fisher or a lamb or something. And one of the houseboats, because they didn't use it. Yeah.
Plan to expand the city. In the early 17th century, a time of tremendous physical and economic growth, 3 new canals were laid out in concentric rings. The Herrengracht was innermost. The Kaisersgracht, or Emperor's Canal, was in the middle, followed by the Prinsengracht, or Princess Canal.
The wealthiest citizens.
Official residence is at number 502 Herrengracht. Look for the great facade with white columns.
This is the prayer where we are 502. I think it's okay. The mayor, awesome. Oh yeah, the there. There they put something in the fire or something in the house. The guy going to prison, yeah? They take the guy out.
We was there, now we are here, guys. There is the,
No, there's another one.
no, in the street there, where is the house? Is there other one?
Other tower.
Oh, yeah, I see that one.
There's the other one like the blue.
The blue
stuff.
thing. You see the thing? Yes. The castle there? Kay, puti kay. Go. Ay, no soy tan. Sí, pero mi cámara no record good, pero este no
Yeah,
record.
but I cannot record.
We're about to pass through one of the city's old locks. The small, tippy black building was once the lockmaster's house. It's now a pub and cafe full of 17th century charm, stone floors, wooden benches, and exposed ceiling beams. Its outdoor patio is a great place for watching boats on the canal.
So here to the left, something very special in Amsterdam. It's called a smoke boat. Speciality is that you're allowed to smoke weed there. They just have to change the captain every 3 hours.
We was here, you remember, Pupi?
Yeah?
Yeah, when we walk.
What?
Yeah, the other day.
Yes?
When you come with in the center with Mama, you remember?
Yeah?
You not remember?
Yes?
Yes or no?
Mama?
Yeah, when we eat in the other house.
Yeah?
Kailan?
Oh!
People in the boat.
We are now on the Jordaan, or Outer Trench Canal. During the 16th century, it served as a defense canal. All the city's canals served one or more of these functions, as a transportation route, a line of defense, or a way to manage water levels. The Jordaan, because of its size and location, did all of these. Because it was one of the only canals wide enough for large ships to sail, and because of its proximity to the harbor, the Jordaan became a convenient place to unload cargo.
Yeah, go, Poopy. I take you. Oh, other castle.
What up there?
Yeah, there.
Big. There's the water.
Yeah. Wow. Kay, wow. Mira, there is other castle, Poopy, Kay.
What up there?
We're now traveling along what was once the outer defense wall of the city. The original city boundary was to the right, to the left, salt marsh and the North Sea. The red brick tower coming up ahead of us is the medieval Montalbaanstoren. An ideal lookout for sighting potential invaders, it was built to protect the city's shipyards, wharves, and warehouses from attack. From here, Dutch soldiers armed with longbows, crossbows, and floating firearms called arquebuses kept watch over the wide expanses below.
The tower's white spire and clocks were added a century later. They were designed by Hendrik de Keyser, an architect whose work can be seen around Amsterdam, and who you're certain to hear more about on this cruise. The clocks couldn't keep time, and the tower's bells rang out randomly, so locals gave it the nickname Silly Jack.
Not long after the spire and clocks were added, the tower began to list to one side. With some effort, it was pulled to right.
Poopy, Kay.
You might be wondering why so many buildings in the city tip to one side or the other. The ground in Amsterdam, a mix of peat, sand, and soil, is very soft. Because of this, buildings were generally designed to be as light as possible. None were very tall, and they often had lots of windows. For stability, they were built in a bed of wooden piles driven as deep as 15 meters, that's 45 feet, into the ground. But if these piles were exposed to the air, they began to rot.
Poopy,
and the
Kay, they
buildings
do
supported
cling.
sank.
You see?
Today, water levels in and around the city are carefully controlled to minimize rotting. When new piles are needed, they're made of concrete. Still, you'll see many a house with a sideways tilt.
The Montalbaanstoren was a place where sailors gathered before setting out to sea. The journeys were long and difficult, and not everyone returned. Legend has it that the women who loved them also came here to say goodbye. Perhaps forever.
We are now in the Amsterdam, or East Harbor. It was constructed at the beginning of the 19th century. The tall, green ship-like building is Nemo, the Children's Center for Science and Technology. With lots of interactive exhibits, it's a popular place for families. As much as it looks like
the
a camp,
boat is-
that wasn't the original intention. The famous Italian architect, Renzo Piano, designed Nemo as an inverse reflection of the Eiffel Tower, which runs beneath it. The building's height equals the depth of the tower.
Kay, the boat.
Nemo gets its green color from the oxidated carbon that covers its walls. There's a unique sand-filled
Bicycles in the boat.
where you'll find sunlight parades while enjoying beautiful views of the harbor and the city.
So if you book your hotel room via booking.com, you may have wondered where your money went. But this is where your money went. It is the
There are
headquarters
fish
of
in the
Booking.com.
boat.
Founded
There
by
are
two
fish in
Dutch
the
students
boat,
about
Papa.
12
Look
years
there,
ago.
Poopy. The castle.
There.
Ito, Albi.
To our right is Amsterdam's library, the largest in the Netherlands. This 9-story building is nicknamed the Tower of Knowledge.
No.
You can catch another great view of Oosterdok and the city from its top floor cafe. Just past the library, there's a large, brightly colored building floating in the harbor. This is the Sea Palace, one of Amsterdam's
Amsterdam's many Asian restaurants. The city boasts a wide range of international restaurants, Turkish, Moroccan, French, Indonesian, that reflect its very diverse population. Interested in eating authentic Dutch cuisine? For starters, you might try some herring or eel, soup with sausage or bacon, or a Dutch-style pancake.
So this floating restaurant is an exact replica of the floating restaurant in Hong Kong, only about 1/3 of its size. It was also designed by the same Chinese architect, who had calculated that the restaurant could hold 900 people. So at the opening night they invited 900 people, including the royal family. But when there were 800, the whole restaurant slowly started to sink. So panic all around, they thought, oh gee, they probably didn't mean 900 people, but 900 little Chinese people. But ultimately that was not the mistake. The mistake was that this one is floating on fresh water, and the one in Hong Kong was floating on salty water. Also, before the restaurant came, there always
So Rotterdam is new because they bombed it. They bombed Rotterdam. These are all the old buildings from before. They only renovated a bit.
They little bit renovated. This is not renovated. But you see the structure from before.
Yeah. Yeah, look this one. They have a lot of plants. So there are a lot of plants.
Hey guys, I'm going to do that.
The Dutch are known for leaving their curtains open, as if to say they have nothing to hide. This is especially noticeable at night, when many of the canal houses are lit up from the inside. To experience another side of Amsterdam, consider taking an evening cruise. You can choose from several options or music theater. It's home to the Dutch Opera, known for its daring production, the Holland Sinfonia, and the world-renowned Dutch National Ballet. The Dutch may be known for their tolerant attitude, but they also have strong opinions. This piece of architecture was met with heavy protests that have since simmered down. In fact, that's how it got its name, Opera. It's derived from the movement against the
Otherwise referred to as the famous Skinny Bridge, stretches all the way across the Amstel
Look, the
River.
National Opera.
Of Amsterdam's 1,500 or so bridges, this is the most famous.
Oh, Tera,
It
que
dates
bello,
back
you
to the
see?
17th century and was likely a narrow footbridge. Since then, it's been
Pero look, the bridge
reconstructed
is
more
muy
than
muy, ¿verdad?
once and grown wider with age.
Yeah.
Legend has it that whoever you kiss while passing under the bridge will be your true love for life.
Puppy, you see the bridge of the royal, the princess, the princess and the queens and the kings. Look, see the stuff there?
And four figures that represent the voice of the public. The building is decorated inside and out with all kinds of nautical symbols, anchors, ships, and famous Dutch miracles. It's now a 5-star luxury